Heads up, Florida. You are now officially in the cone. I repeat, heads up, Florida. You are now officially in the hurricane possible cone. All right, it is officially the last day of my monthly fundraiser, and I've only got $447 left to raise. And so I got a snail mail, a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, a Patron, and on the 23rd, it's going to be my 8-year anniversary of THORnews. So if you'd like to contribute to keep me up and running, I will do the best I can all through November to bring you guys the best planetary defense information possible, plus some laughs and inspiration. All right. I have been talking about Hurricane ETA, I don't know, for like 2.5 weeks now. And it's definitely been one of the weirdest and most interesting hurricanes we've had, if not this year, possibly since I've been doing THORnews. And so I'm minorly obsessed with it. It made landfall in Nicaragua as a Category 4 hurricane a while ago, like half a day, I guess. And it did some major damage and brought major storm surge. And now it's about to get really weird and head towards Cuba and then Florida. And then what it does after that, it's anybody's guess, but it's definitely looks like it's drunken on drugs plus stoned. Like, here's basically an idea of what models think it may or may not do. This model is taking Florida out of the center line, but most of the model actual runs that I've watched have it striking Florida at some point. And then it does a loop-de-loo, and then it goes back over. And so this is definitely one to watch, and its ETA for landfall in the USA is anywhere from 6 days to 14 days, because this is a weird storm. Now, its eye and wall of the core is pretty small, but it may get larger as it goes back out into the Gulf, and it's a pretty expansive storm as far as rainfall goes. That thing is a beast, dude. I mean, it is an impressive system all across the board, and definitely worth watching. I'm not guaranteeing it's going to be a hurricane. I'm not even guaranteeing it's going to hit Florida, the USA, because 2020 is weird. But the odds are increasing that, yeah, it might be a hurricane, and it's definitely going to hit the USA. If I had to bet, I would say sure. Right now, we're looking at the King Euro, and it shows it going into Nicaragua, coming out of the Bay of Campeche, popping over to Cuba, hitting Florida, then hitting Florida again, and then popping back out over Georgia to join up with like 5 other little mini lows. See that? So, and then Europe, you're probably getting hit as well. Now we're looking at the latest GFS parallel model run, as it has it moving over Nicaragua, kind of as a big mess, and then going over Cuba, giving a Fujiwara look, going over Florida, coming back, going back over Florida, and then meeting up with the big storm front. And then we have our next hurricane possible area to watch. And the landfall ranges between the 9th, which would be 6 days, and then like the 14th, which would be 11 days. So this is definitely going to be a weird storm, and is definitely going to be worth watching. And if it busts, I will be happy, but I honestly don't think that is what is going to happen. We've seen this storm get to Category 4. We saw Goni before it get to Category 4 over very cold waters. So this one definitely needs to be watched. And the slower it goes, the more rain it is going to bring to areas. I think this is now the Nav Gem. We've watched the Gem, the GFS Parallel, the King Euro. But most of them are showing some weird shiz, my friends. They agree that it's going to go into Cuba and then move into Florida and then kind of go back up, out, and over. So this is definitely one of the weirdest storms we've watched all year long. And this would put it at about a Category 2 hurricane that would do a double tap. Now we're looking at the icon, and the icon just does a variation of what pretty much all the other models are doing, taking it out of Nicaragua, moving it over Cuba, and then bringing it back into Florida. But you could see the green is rain, and it would be a pretty big rain field, regardless of how much it intensified, whether it was tropical storm or Category 5. Now, I think ETA went from tropical storm to Category 4 in 24 hours. And so this shouldn't have a chance to super develop, because if it moves over land interaction with Cuba, that'll keep its development down. But it is 2020, so I would stay aware. And these things all year have strengthened to at least Category 1, Category 2 right before landfall. So I imagine that trend will continue. And now we're watching the very, very latest GFS. Takes a big, messy rain area over Cuba, brings it back over to Florida, and pushes it back down, rotates it around, and does not much with it after that. But I have a hard time believing that a surface low is just going to hang on over warm Gulf waters and not do anything. And most previous runs had it as a Category 1, Category 2 hurricane. So this is going to be one to watch, my friends. So I've been bringing you guys comprehensive hurricane coverage all season long, and the season ends December 1st. So I'll continue to do what I can to bring you guys the best information possible. And if you'd like to say thanks for all the work I did in October, or all year, or for 8 years, and you can do it with snail mail, PayPal, Venmo, CashApp, Patron. I got $447 left to raise. Every bit helps. It's the last day of the fundraiser. I got to say super duper extra special thank you to Asteroid Fight Club, Bruce, Andrea, Rachel, Soup Fog, Texas Angel, Lauren, Sean, Richard, Barbara, Scott, Glenda, Arnica, Light Soul, Dan, Marlita, Athena, Lisa, Daryl, Brian, Stephanie, KJ, Max, Chris, Help Me Hemp, Jessica, Liz, Joel, Marlene, Ellie, JK, Dan, Wagon Breath, C question mark, Computer Social Research, Impact Institute Research. And I want to say thank you to all the cool people out there who are helping us keep it together. And thank y'all for letting me do what I love. I enjoy being your planetary defense commander, though it has been a rough year. So yeah, we will keep our eyes on this. It's weird, and it could definitely be a problem. And Louisiana, I would keep your eyes out as well, since it's like you guys have a hurricane magnet in the ground or something. But yeah, when it hit Nicaragua, it caused major storm surge, brought 140-mile-per-hour sustained winds, and was definitely a major problem. So we will keep our eye on it, because that's what we do. All right, everybody, have a great night. I'll probably be going live later and drinking some gin with you guys if you're into that. Okay, stay cool. Love y'all. And God bless everyone.